So nice to be here tonight. And in case you're wondering, this jacket is not made by AI. I know I'm disappointing you, but it's still like, some decent Italian fashion. I think that's okay. So, cool. So we're going to talk about my two favorite topics, AI and creativity, and how AI is transforming the creative workflow. How incredible it is to be alive in this era that I would define also as a new creative renaissance, where basically the sky's the limit, and really imagination is what drives what you can create. And so at Canva, our mission is to empower the world to design, and AI has been like an amazing catalyzer that has really accelerated all our pillars, really helping our mission to come through. And recently, about 2 weeks ago, we introduced this concept of the creative operating system, where we have this visual suite, and then we have Canva AI that is the middle layer between the visual suite and the platform, where a lot of the AI innovation is coming into fruition. And so our goal is to really, at Canva, offer the best AI models seamlessly and right in the creative workflow. We have seen a lot of innovation coming out, and many, many times these models that come out of those new AI capabilities are a little bit disjointed from the workflow. They don't happen when we need them in the tools that we use in the day-to-day, because we are still in an era of experimentation where there's a lot of a random noise. And so one thing that we are really committed to is we don't want to offload the tedious job of figuring out what AI models are actually working to our users, to our designers. We want to do that work for them. And so one thing that we have done at Canva that I think every company should do as a great investment is really build a very robust evaluation layer that allows you to test new models really quickly, have benchmarks, humans in the loop, whatever does the job, but the time that it takes for you to test the new models and then realize if this is promising or not and roll it out potentially in production, do A/B testing, and then finally promote it to maybe the main model that serves your customers. That time is really critical for the success of your business. In our case at Canva, we try to optimize that time so that we can surface the best model to the user and then push it to the UI layer where the user can actually leverage it. So how do we do that? There's a lot of noise that happens in the industry, but there's a lot of great diamonds that pop up once in a while. And so our job is really to bring them all into Canva and then create basically an abstraction layer where we can get access to our users to the best models without, with hiding all the complexity underneath. We also partner with amazing companies out there. We develop first-party models, but we also leverage third-party models, so a company like OpenAI, Black Forest Labs, Google Anthropic, and of course Leonardo, which became part of Canva last year, and really brought us also a lot of researchers and a lot of a big acceleration, I would say, in the research field and development, helping to build intelligent models. And in fact, until 2 weeks ago, the world looked like that. So in order to build a design, you could use a diffusion model, you could make some good design that you could not edit, you could just pull the slot machine again and then try and then get that little corner moved to the left, but it won't even work very well. Or you could use Omni LLM's model, which became better than diffusion model in terms of controllability, and they understood the layout just a little bit more. But everything once created was just that, and you had to do it again if you wanted to change it. And so very often, AI is really good to get you to 80% of the way, but then it's the last 20% that allows you to really use it in your day-to-day job and not be just some experimentation that you're doing. And so 2 weeks ago, Canva introduced the Canva design model, which is the first model of its kind where the images become designs that are actually editable. So that was the big change, where like the designs is created, but then you can take it all the way to the 100% and really like use it in a real world. And so one thing that we have noticed in the last few years is that there's this three-phase kind of diagram that we see that connects capability and adoption, where there's some new capability coming out, and it's so amazing and new and disruptive that users just want to get access to it in any possible way. I think we have all spent a lot of time on Discord making images, or like making videos on the terminal window, trying like the latest new model. That's not how it's integrated into the workflow or in the tools, but at the beginning it's magical, so we're okay with that. So the innovators will do that. Then we have a second stage where some of those capabilities become to be connected to the tools, and we see more innovators use it. But then finally, the big adoption is on phase 3, where AI is actually integrated into the workflow, and I can also collaborate and can use it with my team. So at that point, it becomes really like a replacement workflow for what I was using before, and then the adoption accelerates really fast. And so an example of this is what we have launched 2 weeks ago, where basically AI is right into the design tab, or into the editor, or into the elements creation, and I can prompt, I can create something, and then I have it right there in my canvas to modify. So here I'm creating some elements, could be videos, could be graphics. We also introduce 3D graphics that can be generated, so full 3D models that you can rotate and move around and change. And then once it's all created, it's there in the editor, right into the workflow. Because as we all know, the creative process is not a linear one. I'm reminded of that every time, every Friday night, when my kids, we used to do like, hey, let's watch some movie, and now it's like, let's make some movie with AI. And so there I really learned how it's very similar to this diagram. And the most fun thing is like the entertainment is not the final product, of course. It's not the journey, it's actually the failure modes. Like, you will not believe what kind of like rainbow unicorns on surfboards you can see. And so it just reminds us that like, the creative process is iterative and also is collaborative. And so that's why we really wanted to push AI into the collaboration workflow. And we introduced Ask Canva, where anywhere in your design, you can just leverage AI as your collaborator. The same way you can ask someone to help you, here you have the Canva AI agent that is an expert that can help you improve your design and make it a lot better. But where is the future going to go? The future, I think, it's in a place where AI really operates with shared context, persistent memory, so it remembers who you are the next day, brand awareness, so everything that you create is in line with your brand and your messaging, and delivers a personalized experience. We have, for the last few years, we have experienced a one-fits-all, right? Like the first version of ChatGPT, like it didn't matter, where you were located in the world and what you were doing and what was your goal and your task or the company you were working at, right? Everybody was served kind of the same answer. And then we are slowly moving into a world where we have personalized journeys for each user. We also we can integrate in real time direct feedback from the users and modify the agent response. We can incorporate that branding information that is so crucial, especially for enterprise. And also we have context that spans across multiple documents. And I think that's the strength of Canva there, because we have one platform that can do all the doc types. And so you can switch from like a document to a presentation to a video, and AI can keep track of the context of all that. It can help you do the work like a true collaborator. And so I'll just leave you with one thing that is for us a principle when we build AI, which is we are building AI around human creativity. So the humans are at the center, the ideation comes from the humans, and AI looks more something that is enabling or is augmenting, as JJ said. Someone like can help you do the day-to-day tedious work, like more of a dishwasher, right? I don't think anyone will be against that type of help, where we leave more time and more space to humans to just express themselves and come up with like amazing ideas and creations. Thank you very much.